What's up guys, Master Xeon here, re-recording the second part of my duck modeling tutorial. This will be going over rigging, so let's go ahead and jump into Blender. Alright, so I got this, actually where is the redo file? Oh, this is the redo file. Alright, we'll start off by, just excuse this part. Go in and delete the rig. Now, the duck is still the same as it was last time. So we're going to start off by just moving these feet. Also, I think I modeled a tongue in the old rigging version, so I'm using still the same mesh, almost modified the feet and the tongue. But we'll be making an all new rig. So let's put our 3D cursor here. First I'm going to control up, T and N, get rid of everything. And maybe full screen it. On our 3D cursor here, we're going to shift A, add an armature single bone. Go over here in X-ray, turn on X-ray I mean. And we're just going to GZ, drag it down, and we're going to extrude it out along the Y, and we're also going to extrude another one out along this Y. Take this bone, subdivide it, move that forward a little bit, move this right there. We're going to duplicate this bone, rotate it, press comma, so or just switch over to median view, our usual one. So we're not rotating around the 3D cursor. I don't know why it was. And we're going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to save this as duck re-rig. Save yours as whatever you like. So I'm just moving these bones up to form our basic duck shape. Not too specific here, just laying out some basic bones. From right here, we're going to Control D, we're going to Control Alt, we're going to Shift D, duplicate this bone, which got us this. Then we're going to Alt P, clear parent. We're going to just place this one right here where we want his beak controls, and we're just going to duplicate that and put one down here. And this will basically move like so, and this one will basically move like so. And these two bones, of course, are in edit mode. Select these two, select that, Shift P, keep offset. That way, in pose mode, we move our head, we move our beak. Also, we'll just go ahead and do this while we're in here. I'm going to select the eyes and Control P, parent it to bone. That way, the eyes just move along. You could also just add the eyes to the mesh and then do it like that, but I don't know. I like doing it like that. So we're still just making the basic rig. I'm going to duplicate that bone, and then I'm going to subdivide it, make his tail, and just move this down here. You probably do this with far less bones, but here we go. Maybe even change it up a little. We'll have this base bone going right here, and we're going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, go on the front view, and G, X, move it over till it fits about where we want. We're going to bring that up a little. Go back in the side view, put our 3D cursor here, Shift A, add a bone, G, move it over. Look at it in top view, still in the center, and we're just going to rig the left side and then duplicate it over. Now for the wing, I extruded a single bone out and found something that worked fairly good that we're going to try today. Now I tried re-recording this earlier in the week and it just did not work out. I was having some weight painting issues. weight painting can be a pain. I hear a lot of people say that they hate the rigging portion the most, but it should be something that, as a Blender artist, everyone should be fairly good at, especially because it's an important step, so might as well get good at it and get it over with by making sure you rig all of your models. Now we're going to jump over into pose mode. We're going to select this bone, press Control up to bring out all of this, and we're going to just remove the parent. Now we're going to select this bone and this bone, Shift I, add an IK. We're going to raise it down to 2, and then this bone is going to, and this bone will all be children of this bone. So select that, keep offset. And now we got a fairly functional duck rig. Now we want this one to point, I think. Here we'll do it like this. We'll select this bone, then this bone, Control Shift C, track 2. What is it looking at? Z. Let's see. Select all the bones, Shift N. Z-axis, just keep them all on the same page. And for this bone, we're going to remove the track 2. We're going to go back in edit mode, and we're going to E, Y. And we're just playing around here. This is an example of what I go through whenever I'm rigging and I'm not really planning it out. Control P, keep offset. Alright, and this bone will be parented by this bone, keep offset. And what do we got? Seems we got a pretty good rig going on here, except for somehow this bone is no longer connected, and it looks like it won't be. What is going on here? What's the plan? Are we moving this? Or are we moving this? Which is not working either. Maybe this bone should be parented to this bone. Let's see, we'll put this bone here, drag it down, put it there. Like I said, I'm really just goofing off here. And we can rotate the foot, and it's kind of, we could have made it better, but this will do. Alt G, and so we got that. Now for the wing. With the wing, I found a fairly good solution that uses this bone to, here I'll just show you. We're going to select this bone, then this bone, Shift I, IK, lower down its IK length to okay, let's start off by removing the parent. That tends to make things simpler and starts making some movement. If you're ever, playing with your rigging and it's not working out, that might be the thing you need to change, is the parenting. And no parent is my favorite way to set up IK, and it causes less cyclic dependencies when you set up all your parenting yourself. So they start talking about hierarchy, and that starts pretty complicated, but it's not. Up some wing IK just to control which direction it bends. X, and we'll make this a disconnected bone, GX, and we're going to go in pose mode, select this bone, Shift I, active bone, lower down his chain length to 1. And now we should have a bird that bends his wing in only one direction, so there's no madness. And also, it needs a parent still, so we'll try parenting it to that. Let's see how that works out. And I think that'll work. It won't cause too much madness if you don't go crazy with it. And the knee. We need a knee. So EY, we're going to kill its family. No parents. Alright. And we're going to select this one, Shift I, IK, change this to 1. And we almost got it here. Take this bone and make it the child of this bone. Control P. Alright, let's see, why is this not working? This bone lost its. Alright, let's see. This bone, its parent is still this bone. Keep offset. And let's see how the wing is going. It's going good. We take this and move it down in pose mode, and we're doing alright. Now we need to make this bone's parent this bone. Keep offset. And I'm just kind of freestyling it here, because I know what bones I want to control, and so therefore it's not really a big mystery on which ones I want to go with. Trackball rotation shows that I'm in control of everything. So let's get on to naming and maybe just making it look prettier. Let's see how I'm doing on recording. I've only been talking for 12 minutes, so hopefully y'all aren't tired of me yet. Alright, edit mode. We're going to select, actually we're going to name them. So back into side mode and panel, A, or never mind, continuing. Make this more of a head controller. Alright, this bone, or actually, we're naming this bone head. We'll call this beak _ upper, beak _ lower, neck, chest, body. Now this will be shoulder.L, upper wing.L. This will be lower wing.L, and this will be IK _ wing.L. This will be tail.L. This will be bottom. Let's go back here and just remove that .L. Sometimes it's good when you catch yourself like that. Upper leg.L. This one's name is lower leg.L. We'll call this foot.l, call this knee.l. We'll call this foot controller.l. We'll call this ik underscore foot.l. Now, I think I may have mentioned in an earlier video that my New Year's resolution is reusable models. I think everyone should make their models. Alright, this one's name is going to be elbow.l. But my New Year's resolution is to make my models reusable, because in my current condition I have tons of blend files that are completely useless. We're going to press period, go into edit view, B, select all of this. Okay, what is wrong here? I did not notice this. Alt P, clear parent. Alright, before we do any parenting, let's just finish our rig. And I'm just going to go in edit mode one more time. Control N, recalculate roll. And then I'm going to select all these. Shift D, SX -1. And with the 3D cursor, since I have that in the center, it put my bones -1, scaled it right on the other side. We're going to press W and choose flip names. And if we come out, go over here and choose names, we see that all our bones are nicely named. Excellent. So, and we see that all our IK constraints came over. So let's oh yeah, we need this menu now. So we're going to go ahead and just turn off all the bones that aren't deforming, pretty much. This bone. Uncheck deform under bone. Uncheck deform. IK wings. Uncheck deform. IK foot. Uncheck deform. This one, no deform. Of course, the knees have no deform. That way, when we automatically try to have it assume the weights, we won't have to deal with some messiness. Save it, because Blender crashes a lot. It crashes enough that sometimes I'm not sure if I love this program like I did. We're going to switch this over to B-bone, and here we're going to just make the rig look prettier. For example, the head, Control-Alt-S, and we're just going to scale it along the axis. We're going to turn off this 3D cursor madness. This right here, S-X, SXZ, and SX. And I'm pressing Control-Alt-S and then Z to constrain it to that axis. We're going to make the neck smaller, chest smaller. These aren't bones that we're actually going to be controlling very much either. And we're going to turn on deform, just so recalculating that on the Y to see if I can just straighten up this rotation. And it looks like it's not going to let me. Control R in edit view. We'll just lower that down 2 segments for now. The body maybe can be, actually it doesn't need to have segments. This one right here, we're just going to give it a segment so it'll bend more. maybe bring that that way. Bring this up. Didn't work as I thought. We're going to shrink that. We're going to scale that up on the Z. Scale that one up on the Z. And we're going to add some segments to this. And I think that looks pretty good. This bone is one that we're going to be grabbing a lot. So let's just go ahead and undo some of the specificness, and might as well apply it to both sides at the same time. Now, I like B-bones because they let me just jump into the rig kind of fast and start, making it look manageable just real quick without having to make a lot of custom shapes and all that. And that's all good and nice, but I don't want to be working on the same rig all day. Alright, for the foot, we're going to select them both, scale that down real small, select these two and scale them real nice on the X, scale them down on the Z. These two bones aren't going to be used very much, so we're going to scale them down. We're going to scale those on the Y, bring them up, and we got a fairly nice looking duck rig without spending too much time at all. Jump them down. Now if we jump them up, you might notice the feet disconnect. We could put another constraint to limit that and all sorts of stuff. Like this is just like basic rig. So now we can go ahead and start getting this thing together. So object mode, select the duck, Control P, set parent, select the duck, select the armature, Shift P, automatic weights. And if we look at, actually undo that, I forgot another thing. Press T, X-axis mirror. Now watch this. We're gonna press B, select all these, then press Control R and enter without moving nothing. And what we did was set this up to mirror our bone roll. So now it shouldn't be too different, especially if we're animating and we're moving poses from the left side to the right side, like creating a walk cycle and all that. Just a handy trick. Thank you, Blender Cookie. So we're gonna select this and select this, Control P, automatic weights. Now we can take this into pose mode and see what fortune we have. And fortunately, since we rolled it, we can be like copy, paste, reverse, and if we look at it, this bone, this bone, this bone, this bone, this bone, this bone, actually, bring that one back. Some of these bones are useless. Actually, I realized I made some of them too big. We can't even see duck that well. But let's see. We got a little work we're going to have to do. Alright, and let's go ahead and turn off X-ray. Just see what that's like. We have a little bit of work we might have to do on the wings. Let's test our luck with the rest of it. Alright, let's go ahead and select these eyes, select this bone, Control P, bone. That'll take care of that. Now we can move his head and the eyes will follow. And if we open his mouth, we see his head is a mess. Like, we have a lot of fixing we gotta do. So let's go ahead and turn X-ray back on, and we're going to turn these to, instead of B-bone, we're going to change them to stick, and we'll just be using stick for a while. Save your file. Here, we'll clean up the head, then we'll call it a break, and then I'll start the next video. So pretty much Z, C, or actually, let's see if we'll select that part, Control plus, Control plus, Control plus, Control plus, minus, we grew it too much. We're just trying to select all the beak. I was just trying to see if I could get a good start with an edge loop and then make it grow on me. Sometimes I get lucky that way. Now I am dying to finish this so I can get on to what I figured would be my favorite part, and that is requests. We'll turn off that, and we'll turn off that, there. There's a lot of selecting. Alright, we'll go inside C. We'll just select that. We'll finish selecting the tongue. We'll come back out, and we got our beak. So we'll Shift I. And select the outer ring, not Shift I, Control I, which will invert our selection. And there was a tutorial I was watching just the other day that showed me something pretty useful that would help me with this. So we're going to Control Tab, or Tab, and then jump into Weight Paint. Face Selection Mode, we got this beak. And we're going to choose Subtract. Let's see, what is going on here? Let's see, tab in the weight paint mode, and we can choose Subtract, and then Shift K. Why does Shift K do that? I'm just messing around here. Shift K only allows to apply it to all. That is strange. Let's see, we're at 29 minutes, so here we'll just go ahead and assign the beak its vertices. So we'll go into edit mode and just select all that. We'll tab back into this mode. We'll choose add. We'll click, then Shift K, apply all of that. Then we'll go back into edit mode, do the same thing for this top. increase our fall off. Our selection with the roll wheel. Now, from experience, I've realized I don't want to assign it to be in absolute control of more than that. So we'll go back into that mode, select this, click once, and Shift K. Maybe we could still use it for something useful. I'm just playing around with the tool here. I haven't got to play with it very much in weight painting. So this is my first opportunity since learning this tip. Go into this mode, select this, and face selection mode. Can definitely have its uses. Painting it by face is kind of easier than painting it on vertice level, to be honest. Blender gets better every day, I'm telling you. Alright, and we're about to have to pause this, but I'll just finish some of this lower beak work while I'm already painting it. But weight painting isn't nothing that, well, basically it's never gonna be like joyous. It's always gonna be a little frustrating. But we'll pause it here and then start up in the third part, which is weight painting.